We welcome you to live sports here at Phil-Mont Christian Academy. Today, Friday, September 10th, we have the boys varsity soccer, Phil-Mont Falcons in blue versus the Dock Mennonite Pioneers in white. We're hosting here at Phil-Mont Christian Academy, and game time is scheduled to start in about 5 minutes. We encourage you to subscribe to the YouTube channel Super Phil-Mont. All of the Phil-Mont games will be live streamed, all of the varsity games on the Super Phil-Mont channel, and you'll be notified of any upcoming games. So I welcome you to this boys varsity soccer game here at Phil-Mont Christian Academy. Okay, we are set to commence boys varsity. Phil-Mont in blue, Christopher Dock in white. Phil-Mont will have tap. Goes back to Pete Haviland at center. Pete over to Nahaj. Christopher Dock takes possession. Ball over the end line for a goal kick. We have Jack Swider in goal today. Ewan Chi playing defense. Ball almost intercepted by Dock, but Pete Haviland steps up. Dock takes the ball back to their halfbacks. Phil-Mont pushes the ball forward, goes fullback, takes it back to the goalie. Christopher Dock, he puts it forward. Yuan Chi with a head, but right to one of the Dock forwards. Marco Cedeno. Ball goes back to goalie again. Over to the left fullback for Dock. Eddie Pais with the ball, tries to go through. Dock kicks it out of bounds over the touchline for throw-in. Pete Haviland back to Eddie Pais. Ball. Dock puts the ball through. Jack Swider comes out. Pete collects the ball for Phil-Mont. All over the touchline. Dock throw in. Ball goes wide of the net for a goal kick. Yuan Chi back to take the goal kick. Jake Haviland puts the ball up to the front line. Midfield for Dock over to the left wing. Hodge there for defense, gets his leg pulled up behind him and foul called. Free kick for Phil-Mont. Andre Suggs back to take the kick. Elijah Cedeno puts the ball through to the keeper for Dock. Ball back up to the center halfback. Right wing crosses it inside, headed down. It's dangerous in the penalty area. Ball over the touchline for a Dock throw-in. Saved by Jack Swider. Jake Haviland puts the ball over to Yuan Chi. Eddie Pais with the ball on his feet over to Pete Haviland. Pete takes it back inside. Stripped by Dock, back to the keeper. Over to the left fullback. Up to the midfield line for Dock. Ball off to Phil-Mont. Throw in for Christopher Dock. Or Dock Mennonite. Dock with the ball in the center, lays it off to the halfback, tees up and a shot over the net. Well up over from about 35 yards out. UNG sets up for the free kick, the goal kick. Ball put through, all the way through to Jack Swider. Jack collects it in the air. Jack puts up a high punt. UNG clears the ball over the touchline. Doc steps in front, wins the ball. Elijah Cedeno with the ball, taps it up to the front line. Doc with possession over to the right fullback. In and out, back to the right wing. Ball out of bounds, Phil-Mont throw-in. Kendall Bratton with his back to the net. Ball called out of bounds. Eddie Pais gets a touch, but back to Doc. Doc dribbles through, over to the right wing. In pursuit, down into the corner, gets control. Cross to the center, head, high up. Saved by Jack Swider. Jeremy Francois battling for the ball. Jeremy Francois intercepts. Eddie Pais with the ball, puts it over the fullback line. Just goes to the keeper in time. Rolled back out to the fullbacks. Pete Haviland intercepted on the 25-yard line. Got a shot, but over the net. Good hustle by Pete. Doc keeper punts, or a goal kick up to the center. Through to the right wing. Jack Swider comes out. Ball goes over the end line for goal kick. Doc gets possession, lays it off to the right fullback, right halfback. The ball off Phil-Mont player, out of bounds for a throw-in. Right wing for Doc, battling for the ball. Shot by Doc from about 12 yards out on the side, goes wide to the left. Dangerous play, but does not result in any damage. UNG back for the goal kick, goes to Doc again. Andre Suggs gets his foot on the ball. Doc with the throw in into the area. Chi, but doesn't go out of bounds. Pete Haviland heads it up. Doc with possession again at the top of the penalty area. Chi steps up, clears the ball out. Doc fullback over to the right side. Missed touch and it goes out of bounds. Kendall Bratton. Substitution ready to come in. Ryan Tyson comes in left wing for Kendall Bratton. Jake Haviland steps up for a throw-in. Doc with the ball into the left side. Rolls through to Jack Swider, keeper for Phil-Mont. Jack surveys the field, gets ready for a punt. Doc gets her foot on it, puts it forward, through to the right wing. Ball rolls out of bounds, Phil-Mont throw-in, deep in the left side. Phil-Mont back to the keeper, out of bounds. Doc throw-in. Goal kick for Phil-Mont. Doc takes a shot from 25 yards out, ricochets off of Phil-Mont, and we have a corner kick. Doc puts the ball into the penalty area, cleared out by Phil-Mont. Ryan Tyson clears it out a bit further. Jeremy Francois battling for the ball. Doc puts it back to the fullback line, back up to the halfback. Eddie Pais gets a touch on it. Doc with possession again. Goes to the center, over to the right side. Into the right wing. Off the side of a foot, Phil-Mont throw-in. Doc puts it through to the front line, but Jack Swider comes out at the top of the penalty area, gets possession. Jake Haviland with a touch, but out of bounds for Phil-Mont. Have a Doc throw in on the far side of the field. Doc with a push in the back, and Phil-Mont throw in, or Phil-Mont kick. Eddie Pais to take the free kick. Eddie puts a low shot through. A trip on Eddie, but advantage called. Andre Suggs from the back line clears it out for Phil-Mont. Doc with a good opportunity in front of the net, cleared out of bounds by Phil-Mont defender. It's a corner kick for Doc. Discussion from the referee with Eddie Pais. Corner kick nicely into about the 4-yard line, but Jack Swider goes up strong and collects the ball for Phil-Mont. Ball goes out of bounds. Doc possession. Doc through to the right side. Substitutes coming in. Jacob Johnson coming in for Jake Haviland for Phil-Mont. Phil-Mont throw-in goes off of Phil-Mont foot for a throw-in for Doc. Doc puts it back into the right side. Phil-Mont fullback puts it out for a throw-in. Throw-in all the way into the box, headed by Doc, but wide of the target, just right. Goal kick for Phil-Mont. UNC. The free kick is flicked forward by Marco Cedeno nicely. Ball up the right side for Doc. In pursuit. UNC puts the ball out of touch for Phil-Mont. Doc takes throw in again from the deep on the right wing. Ball into center area, headed out by Phil-Mont. Doc steps up and gets possession. Pete Haviland dribbling forward. Puts the ball over to Jeremy Francois. Can't quite get possession. Ball back up the left side for Christopher Doc. Doc into the middle. Back to the left side, give and go. Ball rolling over the end line. Goal kick for Phil-Mont. A little bit of confusion there on the Phil-Mont defense. Doc called for a push. It was a nice shot, saved by keeper Jack Swider, but it was a push by Phil-Mont or by Doc before the shot. So we have a free kick coming out. Jack Swider will take the kick himself. Doc gets head on the ball, gets possession, back out to the right wing. Ball dribbles out of bounds. Phil-Mont throw in. Andre Suggs with the ball, back up over the back line for Doc. Ball gets tapped back to the keeper. Keeper puts it up to center field. Doc brings the ball down. Stops, comes back to the center, takes a shot. Jack Swider with the ball and collects it. Nice low shot, but keeper was able to handle it. Marco Cedeno back inside, but stolen by Doc. Doc puts it back to the halfback line, back up to the wing, but Jacob Johnson's there to intercept. Back up to the front line. Jack Swider collects the ball for Phil-Mont. Doc evades a tackle, puts it forward again out of bounds on the right side. Pete Haviland checking into the game for Phil-Mont. Replaces Elijah Cedeno. We're here at Phil-Mont Christian Academy. Phil-Mont versus Doc Mennonite. 0-0, boys varsity soccer. Phil-Mont called for a trip. Doc puts the ball down just over the center line for a free kick. Kick goes into the penalty area. Jack Swider gets his feet on it, but is not able to collect, and the ball rebounds to a forward of Doc, and it's in the net. 1-0 Doc Mennonite versus Phil-Mont Christian. Boys varsity soccer, Phil-Mont Christian in blue, Doc Mennonite in white. Doc has just scored, and the score is 1-0. Doc over Phil-Mont. Ball goes back to Pete Haviland. Pete puts the ball hard through to the front line. Tapped over to the right fullback, up to the right halfback. Back to the keeper. Keeper puts it over to the left fullback, excuse me. Jacob Johnson steps forward with a touch. Ball goes out of bounds. Doc throw in. Doc turns back to the center again. Center fullback. Over to the right wing. Ball comes out, but not very far. Doc gets possession, puts it back in. Rebounds off of a Doc player and for a goal kick. UNC with the goal kick. Pete Haviland gets the ball down, but back to Doc. Heads inside. Pete Haviland battling for the ball, gets possession. Pete stops, turns, pulls it back. Jeremy Francois brings the ball down center, puts it over to the left wing. Ryan Tyson with the ball. Ryan back inside. Jake Haviland, but a little hard, and the ball goes out of bounds. Some of the best passing from Phil-Mont at this point. Doc has throw in. Fullback puts it out to the left side. Jacob Johnson puts the ball forward. Infraction against Doc. Phil-Mont free kick about 35 yards out. Pete Haviland up to take the kick. Excuse me. Pete Haviland. Pete puts the ball hard into the wall. Jacob puts the ball over to the right side. Eddie Pais with the ball. Turns again, back inside. Eddie over to Haviland. Haviland over to the right wing, but Doc gets possession. Eddie Pais with the ball for Phil-Mont, over to the right side. Phil-Mont fans on it, ball goes to the right wing. Back into the center. Ball put through from Doc. It deflects off of a Phil-Mont player, and we have a corner kick substitution from Doc Mennonite. Corner kick for Doc. Headed out by UNC. Doc gets possession, settles the ball down, back out to the right wing, back into the center, over everybody, but Doc gets possession, takes it back out to the left side, top of the penalty box. Shot comes inside. Jack Swider with the save, no rebounds given. Punt goes out of bounds. Substitution waiting to come in. Jeremy Francois with the ball, guarded closely by Doc. Marco Cedeno with the head, goes to Doc. Back inside, Jake Haviland gets possession. Jake puts the ball up the left wing. Ryan Tyson in pursuit. Doc get there first. Andre puts the ball through to the front line. Jeremy Francois with a touch on the ball, gets possession. Jeremy still with the ball, dribbles to the left side. Doc takes over. Jacob Johnson, but the ball goes back to the halfback. Hodge puts the ball up from the right fullback position. Jeremy Francois gets possession at center field, but puts it through a little far for the forwards. Goalie for Doc puts the ball out of bounds. Throw in for Phil-Mont. Jake Haviland stepping up for the throw in. Jacob Johnson, ball shanks off the side. Doc puts the ball through to the forwards, back to the center, to the right halfback, into the center, nicely done. Dangerous position for the ball. Eddie Pais comes over, taps the ball out of bounds, out of danger for Phil-Mont. Doc, throw in for Doc on the right side. Have Kendall Bratton checking into the game for Phil-Mont, replacing Ryan Tyson at left wing. Doc puts the ball up, comes back dangerously into the center, but it's cleared. We have a player shaken up for Phil-Mont. Referee coming over to check on the situation. Looks like he's able to continue. Maybe head ball a little low on the face. Doc throw in from the right side. Jacob Johnson steps in front. Back to Doc. Doc puts it back. Sky's high. Jack Swider comes out, but there's a rebound. Doc has the ball 30-yard line. Puts the ball inside, right, far, wide to the right. Dangerous play for Phil-Mont defense, but doesn't come to anything. Goal kick. UNC steps back to take the kick. Phil-Mont throw-in. Jacob Johnson for the throw-in. Doc nods it down. Andre Suggs gets his foot in and clears the ball out. Jack Swider with sure-handed grab. No rebound given. Hodge puts it back up to Eddie Pais. Ball goes to Doc. Doc turns. Over to the right side. Kendall Bratton steals the ball, dribbling forward. Ball out of bounds, Phil-Mont throw-in. Phil-Mont throw-in again. Jake Haviland puts the ball into Eddie Pais. Eddie Pais with the ball, dribbles past one player, but not the second one. Doc comes up hard, forward to the right wing. Dribbles inside, takes a shot, wide and high. Good pressure on the right side. Goal kick for Phil-Mont. UNC back for goal kick. Ball goes in center to Doc. Doc puts the ball in, not too hard, trying to place it in the corner, but Jack Swider gets over in time and makes the save. Boys varsity soccer here at Phil-Mont Christian Academy. We have Phil-Mont Christian 0, Doc Mennonite 1. We are in the first half. Ball through to Jack Swider, and there's the keeper at Phil-Mont. Jack comes out to the top of the penalty area. Ball goes off the side of his foot, but Eddie Pais collects, but then Doc recovers. Nahij battling for the ball on the far side. Ball goes out of bounds. Doc throwing. Ball goes inside. Doc over to the right side. Dribbling forward. Jacob takes the ball away, puts it forward, but Doc defense sends the ball back in. Andre Suggs. Jack Swider makes a beautiful save. Point blank shot from 5 yards out. Jack puts it out of bounds. We have a corner kick for Doc on the far side of the field. Ball goes into the center of the penalty area, headed in by Doc. We have Doc 2, Phil-Mont 0. Nicely played by Doc. Big height advantage, but it was used to their advantage at that point. Phil-Mont puts the ball back. Andre Suggs, but the ball shanks off the side. Doc gets possession. Doc over to the right side. Again, Phil-Mont misses the shot. Bounces off Nahij, battling for the ball. Called for a push against Doc. Kick by Phil-Mont. Eddie Pais back to take the kick for Phil-Mont. Eddie puts the ball over to Jacob Johnson on the left fullback. Jacob gets the ball up across center line. Kendall Bratton gets his head on the ball. Marco Cedeno intercepts. Jacob Johnson brings the ball back in to Kendall. Kendall gets it up in the air. Jacob Haviland with the ball. Yuan Chi puts the ball off his head down, dribbling forward. He runs into a player, and Doc takes possession. Over to the left side. Doc puts it through hard, goes all the way through in the penalty area. Jack Swider gets possession for Phil-Mont. And we come to the end of the first half here at Phil-Mont Christian Academy. We have boys varsity soccer, Phil-Mont Christian Academy in blue, Doc Mennonite Pioneers in white. Doc 2, Phil-Mont 0 is the score at halftime. This is Phil-Mont Christian Academy Live Sports. We are at halftime of the boys varsity soccer game, Phil-Mont Christian versus Doc Mennonite. And Doc is leading 2-0. We are at halftime. We'll be resuming play in about 5 minutes. We encourage you to subscribe to the Super Phil-Mont YouTube channel. All of the live streaming will be hosted there, and you will receive notifications of all of the games that are coming up. The teams are taking the field again now for the second half of this boys varsity soccer game. A beautiful Friday afternoon here at Phil-Mont Christian Academy. The game has been played at both ends. Doc has had the majority of possession. Phil-Mont's had a couple of opportunities. The first goal scored on a rebound that came out from Phil-Mont and put into the net opportunistically. The second goal was taken off a head ball off of a corner kick. Well constructed play from Doc. So Doc 2, Phil-Mont 0. Doc in white, Phil-Mont in blue. And we are ready to begin the second half. Doc has possession. Ball kind of snubbed a little bit and didn't go very far, but Doc was able to come and retain possession. Ryan Tyson steps up, gets his foot on the ball, up to the right wing. Doc goes in and out. Elijah Cedeno run off the ball by Doc. Through to the left side. Dribbles into the middle. Shot by Doc. Deflected by the keeper onto the top post and then back down again. Keeper gets possession. So good play by Jack Swider. Doc continuing pressure. The first shot was blocked by, I believe it was Andre Suggs, the fullback. Kendall Bratton for Phil-Mont, battling on the left side. Ball goes off his foot out of bounds. Doc throw in. Doc throws it into the midfield. Dribbling across to the center, in and out. Back over to the right wing. A little too far, goes out of bounds. Phil-Mont throw in on the far left side. Eddie Pais, ball gets taken away by Doc. Doc takes the ball over the left side. Cleared out by Elijah Cedeno, excuse me. Doc brings the ball up the right side, back out to the right wing. Right halfback dribbling into the inside. Shot by Doc well up over the net. Goal kick by Phil-Mont. Elijah Cedeno on the near side. Ball back to fullback, but Doc steps in front, takes possession on the left wing. Doc throw in from the left side, goes into the middle. Elijah Cedeno puts the ball out again to the left wing. Jake Haviland takes a goal kick up over center field, but ball bounces out of bounds. Doc throw in. Head ball back. Jake Haviland, a little bit of a hard touch. Ball goes out of bounds over the touchline. Ball laid nicely for Doc forward, running onto it and puts it into the side of the net. Doc 3, Phil-Mont 0. No chance for the keeper on that. Ball tap back to the keeper for Doc. Over to the right fullback. Kendall Bratton in pursuit, in and out, goes to Doc, retains possession. Halfback puts it up to the forward. And again, a nice shot from 20 yards out, and Doc scores again. Doc 4, Phil-Mont 0. Jake Haviland taps the ball back. Pete Haviland. Pete keeps possession and gets taken away by Doc. Ball dangerously through, but just wide. Pete Haviland back for the goal kick. Doc gets up, gets possession. Out of bounds. Doc throw in. Doc puts it forward to the center. All the way over to the right wing. Doc pulls the ball back into the center, back out to the right side. Pete Haviland gets the ball cleared for Phil-Mont. Over to the right halfback for Doc. Kendall Bratton gets foot on the ball into Marco Cedeno. Marco pulls it back into the forward. Back out to Jeremy Francois off the back of his leg. Doc puts it forward. Elijah Cedeno back to Hodge. Hodge fans on the ball. Doc gets possession. Into the middle. Doc dangerous dribbling. Ball touched by Andre Suggs over the end line, and goal kick for Doc. Goal kick coming in from Doc, lifted nicely into the center, but infraction called, and free kick for Phil-Mont. Ball up by Pete Haviland. Doc gets Phil-Mont with throwing on the far side. Doc dribbles free at center. Over to the right side. Phil-Mont defense puts the ball back all the way over to the keeper. Keeper puts it to the left fullback for Doc. Dribbles into the middle. Back to the fullback. Over to the right side for Doc. Out of bounds. Phil-Mont throw in on the far side. Pete Haviland, ball goes off of Doc, out of bounds. Phil-Mont throw in. Jake Haviland with the ball. Micah Rainwater checking in for UNC. Jacob Johnson comes over into the middle for defense. Jacob Haviland, ball goes off the side of his foot, out of bounds for it's a goal kick. Ball over to the right wing of Doc, back into the center. Pete Haviland puts the ball out of bounds. Jeremy Francois with a tap, back to Doc. Michael Rainwater out of bounds for Phil-Mont. Doc throws it in, back to the halfback. Continues to bring it back. Over to the right side. Back to the fullback. Pete Haviland steps forward, gets possession. Pete dribbling up the right side, puts the ball through. Ball turned by Doc, back up line. Michael Rainwater with the ball, goes off his foot over the end line for a corner kick for Doc. Doc puts the ball in to play up nicely. Out of bounds off Phil-Mont to corner for Doc on the other side. Jeremy Francois with the ball. Elijah Cedeno, but Kendall Bratton battling for the ball. Maintains possession. Kendall puts the ball forward, but no Phil-Mont forwards are there. Doc takes possession on the left side. Into the middle. Jeremy Francois steps up and gets touch on the ball. Kendall Bratton with the ball high in the air. Keeper brings it down over to the left fullback, up to the left halfback. Back inside to the center. Andre Suggs steps up, gets a touch on it. Back to the fullbacks for Doc. Back through the halfback. Pete Haviland steps up nicely, gets possession over to Kendall Bratton, but into the middle, into Doc's path. Doc right wing going hard for the ball over the end line. Goal kick for Phil-Mont. Pete Haviland goes back to take the goal kick for Phil-Mont. Doc has possession in the center. Puts a high shot, not too far over the net, but Jack Swider watches it go over the bar. Goal kick for Phil-Mont. Pete Haviland back for a goal kick for Phil-Mont. Doc has possession, 35-yard line, into the center. Number 10 for Doc. Zach Frederick puts up a shot, but well off target. Pete Haviland puts up goal kick. Goes to the fullback line for Doc. Right wing for Doc battling for the ball. Puts it back to the halfback into the penalty area. And Jack Swider comes out but does not connect with the ball. And Doc is able to head the ball into the net. Jack Swider is still on the ground for Phil-Mont. Goalkeeper got a little bit of a tap coming out and is getting some attention from the trainer at this point. Jack is up on his feet, doing okay. We have some subs coming in for Phil-Mont. Will Gregg. Jake Haviland puts the ball back to his brother Pete. Pete puts the ball back up the front line. Doc goes up and wins possession. Marco Cedeno in the middle. Scoops the ball up. Pete Haviland isn't able to get possession of the ball. Jack Swider collects for Phil-Mont. Jake Haviland puts the ball through. Ball goes tapped back to the keeper by the Doc defense. Keeper puts the ball forward. Phil-Mont gets a head on it. Jake Haviland again with the ball, puts it through. Marco Cedeno gets the ball stripped by Doc. Jake Haviland steps up with the ball. Jake with possession again, over to Jacob Johnson. Jacob dribbling, pulls the ball back. Puts the ball back to Pete Haviland. Pete shields the ball. Doc gets possession over on the right side, dribbling forward up to the right wing. Right wing turns back to the halfback. Is able to get possession, puts it back into the center. Ball's cleared by Pete Haviland. Jacob Johnson gets the ball up. We have a player down on the field, and looks like we have a cramp on one of the Phil-Mont players. We have a break in the action here. Phil-Mont players getting some attention on the field. Looks like a cramp, perhaps. It's Okay, we are back ready to resume play here. Phil-Mont players able to walk off the field. That's a good sign. We're here at Boys Varsity Soccer at Phil-Mont Christian Academy. Phil-Mont 0, Doc 5. Andre Suggs with the head up. Andre with the clear again. Over midfield. Keeper comes out for Doc. Ball skies high in the air, but not very far. Jeremy Francois taps the ball forward. Jeremy pursuing again. Over to Kendall Bratton on the far side, but Doc, fullback, goes over to get possession. Doc up to the halfbacks. Goes out of bounds over the sideline. Throw in for Phil-Mont into Jake Haviland. And we have another stoppage in play. Another Phil-Mont player on the ground. We have John Shirley coming into the game for Phil-Mont. Looks like we have another cramp on the field. And we're back in play here at Phil-Mont. Doc with the ball. Jacob Johnson puts the ball forward from the back line. Doc gets possession. Jake Haviland with the ball. Jeremy Francois brings it down, but it goes right to a Dock player. Pete Haviland steps forward, gets a touch on the ball. Ewan Chi over to the right side, but nobody's there for Phil-Mont. John Shirley gets a touch on the ball, brings it back inside. John gets another touch, sends the ball forward over to Ewan Chi. Ewan Chi with the ball. Micah Rainwater gets Jake Haviland over his head. Goes back to Doc. Doc steps up with the ball, puts it forward to the forward, combining two different defenders. Micah Rainwater battling for the ball on the left side, gets possession, but back to Doc. Halfback dribbles up the right side, back in, puts the ball into the middle, but over the end line for a goal kick. John Shirley puts the ball back to Naj. John taps the ball nicely inside, retains possession. Looking to get the ball to the right side, but not quite able to do that. Ball headed by the Dock left wing, and on net, Jack Swider jumps up and gets the ball, but steps out of bounds. We have a corner kick for Dock. Ball goes into the center. Jack goes up and gets the ball. Kendall Bratton on the far side turns. Gets tripped in the process. Free kick for Phil-Mont. Good sportsmanship from Doc. Pete Haviland over to take the free kick. John Shirley up, gets his head on the ball. Doc puts it back. Jacob Johnson gets into Jake Haviland, puts the ball out to the left side. Kendall Bratton can't get to it before it rolls out of bounds. Michael Rainwater puts the ball up, goes off of a Dock player for a Phil-Mont throw-in on the far side of the field. Ryan Tyson in to take free throw. Dock steps up hard, wins possession, sends it over the forward, runs past the fullback line, and puts it in the corner of the net. A nice run by the forwards. And number 4 for Doc, Preston Blum, makes it 6-0 Doc over Phil-Mont Christian. Back to Pete Haviland. Doc with possession at midfield, over to the center. In and out, Jacob Johnson steps forward, retains possession. Lots of space to dribble. Jacob puts it over to Kendall, but Doc steps up quick first and gets possession over to the right side, up hard and over the end line for a goal kick. Micah Rainwater with the ball. UNG, but doesn't go quite far enough. Doc takes possession. Doc with possession on the right wing. Jacob hits the ball out of bounds. Elijah Cedeno puts the ball back out. Kendall Bratton with the ball. Over to Ryan Tyson. Ryan pulls back, turns. Over to Kendall. Back to Ryan. Back into Kendall. Kendall gets possession. Over to Marco Cedeno. Or Elijah Cedeno. Doc has possession. Pete Haviland steps in front. Ball goes to Doc again. UNG steps forward. UNG is battling hard for the ball. Called for a push just outside the penalty area. Pete Haviland ready for the shot. Pete lets the ball drop and puts it wide of the net. Elijah Cedeno up to Jeremy Francois. Jeremy runs into a Doc player. Pete Haviland off of Pete's foot, out of bounds. Hodge puts the ball up on the right side well for the right wing. Jeremy Francois pursuing. Ball gets tapped out of bounds by Doc. Phil-Mont with a throw in on the right side, Kendall Bratton, but Doc is able to clear it. Pete Haviland is able to get the contact with the ball, goes to the right side of the net. Keeper comes out and gets possession. Doc with a punt. Looks like we have an offside call. Not the player with the ball, I don't think. And it's an indirect kick coming out for Phil-Mont. Perhaps obstruction, not sure. Yuan Chi dribbling through. It's taken away by Doc. Ewan over to Ryan. Offside on the far side of the field. Elijah Cedeno over to Kendall Bratton. Pete Haviland steps up, blocks the kick. Andre Suggs battling for the ball, gets a foot on it, but possession by Doc. Micah Rainwater clears things up and puts it over the touchline on the far side of the field. Doc dribbling down the right side, cross but well out of bounds. Goal kick for Phil-Mont. Kendall Bratton back to Michael Rainwater, gets stolen by Doc. Dribbling down the right side, cross into the center, off the post, off the top bar. Jeremy Francois shielding over to Yuan Chi. Ewan up to Ryan Tyson. Ryan, the ball off of Doc defender over the end line. We have a goal corner kick for Phil-Mont. Jack Swider comes up, probably the tallest player on the team. Keeper for Phil-Mont up into the penalty area for the goal kick, or for the corner kick, excuse me. And we have a hard shot by Ewan off another player. Goalkeeper comes out and smothers the ball. Some opportunities for Phil-Mont, but Doc has taken care of that. Left wing offside for Doc. Chi over to Ryan Tyson. Ryan puts the ball through. Jeremy Francois in pursuit. Goalie gets there first. Micah Rainwater with the ball up to the front line. Keeper comes out and makes a sliding save. Kendall Bratton's pressing hard. Jake Haviland. And that brings to the conclusion boys varsity soccer, Phil-Mont Christian Academy versus Doc Mennonite. We have Doc 6, Phil-Mont 0. The Phil-Mont Christian Academy team coming over to recognize their fans. Thank you for joining the live stream of the boys varsity soccer game. Phil-Mont Christian versus Doc Mennonite. Doc Mennonite here at Phil-Mont. Doc 6, Phil-Mont 0. We encourage you to subscribe to Super Phil-Mont, a YouTube channel, to receive notification of all the live streaming from Phil-Mont.